why don't you just leave? My stepdaughter yelled during an argument. Her mom added, we'd be better off without you. I didn't reply, I just packed my bags this morning. My phone was flooded with missed calls. Something felt off when I walked into the living room that Sunday. It was quiet, but that wasn't it. I noticed something strange. All the family photos had changed. The big picture of our Yellowstone trip last summer was still there, but I wasn't in it. My picture was missing from all of them, leaving empty spaces and moments from the past 3 years. I stood there, holding my cold coffee, when I heard my stepdaughter's door upstairs close. She hesitated at the top of the stairs before coming down with her phone, not looking at me, heading for the kitchen. Morning, I said, trying to keep calm. She didn't reply, and the silence felt heavy. I'd been in Stella's life for 3 years, 3 years of trying to build trust, helping with homework, and just being there. But now, at 16, she was pulling away. I thought it was just normal teenage behavior, but it felt different. It started last week when I offered to help with her chemistry project. She didn't want help and snapped, "Stop pretending you care about my grades. You're not my real dad." I'd heard it before, but this time it felt harsher. Delilah, my wife, was in the kitchen and probably heard it, but didn't say anything. It was like she was taking sides. Over the week, things got tense, dirty dishes, slammed doors, and quiet conversations when I entered rooms. When I tried to talk to Delilah about it, she avoided it. "She's just being a teenager, Thomas, don't make it about you," she said. Then, last night, things got worse. Stella was texting at dinner, breaking our usual rule. When I reminded her, she threw her phone down and yelled, "Why are you always controlling me? Just leave me alone." "Stella," I tried, "I'm just trying to. I already have a dad." She stood up, chair scraping the floor. "Why don't you just disappear? Nobody asked you to try so hard. It's pathetic." I looked at Delilah, hoping for some support. Instead, she quietly said, "Maybe we'd all be better off if you did." Her words hit like a punch. I thought about all the good moments we had, when Stella laughed at my dad jokes, when she called me for help after a breakup, when she asked me, not Delilah, to help her pick a prom dress. I stood up slowly, my dinner untouched. "Okay," I said. "Okay, what?" Stella challenged, but I saw a flicker of doubt in her eyes. "Maybe, if that's how you both feel, okay." I went upstairs, grabbed my bag, and started packing. I could hear them whispering downstairs, but no one came up. I packed calmly, no shaking hands. When I came down, Stella was already gone to her room. Delilah stood in the kitchen doorway, arms crossed. "So, you're just leaving? You said we'd be better off," I answered, checking for my keys. "I'm respecting that." "That's not," she stopped herself, holding back whatever she was about to say. I picked up my bag. "I'll be at Ryan's. I'll figure things out." I paused at the door. When Stella said those things, it hurt, but hearing you agree, that broke something. Delaware. I drove to Ryan's place in silence. He saw me and immediately set up the guest room. No questions. I turned off my phone and took a sleeping pill. This morning, I woke up in an unfamiliar room. When I checked my phone, it was full of messages, 13 missed calls, 8 from Delilah, 3 from Stella, and a few from others. I haven't listened to them yet. I'm sitting in Ryan's guest room, watching the traffic outside, thinking about the empty spaces in the photos. Maybe they were always there, and I just didn't want to see them. My phone buzzes again. It's Stella. I wonder what she wants now, but I'm not ready to answer yet. Sometimes, the hardest thing isn't leaving, it's knowing whether to go back. Update. First, thanks for the support on my last post. I didn't expect so many responses. To answer the most common questions, yes, I've read the messages. No, I haven't replied. And yes, I'm still at Ryan's. This morning was like usual, me pretending to work while staring at my phone, wondering if I should break the silence. Then Ryan dropped some news. "Miles is back in town," he said, showing me a photo of Stella's biological father at a restaurant. He hasn't been around in 3 years and missed Stella's last few birthdays. Suddenly, everything clicked. I checked my texts again. Delilah's messages had changed from real mature. "Thomas, running away to please let us know you're okay to there's something you need to know. It's Stella, please call." Quinn came over with coffee and that look she gets when she wants to meddle. "You look terrible," she said, sitting down. "I ran into Stella at the mall yesterday," Quinn said. "She's meeting Miles for coffee. How does she even know him?" I checked Stella's Instagram. She posted a picture with Miles and called it real family time. Ryan spoke up, remembering what happened when Miles showed up before. He'd promised a lot, stayed for 2 weeks, then disappeared, leaving Stella devastated. Delilah and I had to help her through it. Just then, my phone buzzed again, a text from Delilah. He's asking her to move in. She's considering it. Please, Thomas, she needs you. I wanted to respond but didn't know what to say. Then I saw Stella's new Instagram story, photos of college brochures with the caption "Big change coming. Sometimes you have to choose your real path." Miles had said those words years ago before leaving. Quinn saw my face. "What are you thinking?" "I'm thinking about the day I married Delilah," I said. "Remember what Stella said about family finding you? Now she's posting about her real family and real path while Miles is pretending to be father of the year. He's got her convinced." Just then, my phone rang. It was the school. Stella's guidance counselor wanted to talk about changes in Stella's plans. I agreed to meet tomorrow. Quinn and Ryan were watching me. "So?" Quinn asked. "I think it's time to stop being silent," I said, and opened a voicemail from Stella. She sounded small, unlike her usual confident self. "I know you probably hate me now, and I get it. I just need to tell you something about why I said those things about Miles. Please call me back." I remembered when Stella was younger, waiting for a letter she never got. "I'm meeting with her counselor tomorrow at 9 o'clock. After that, I think it's time for some real talks," I said. Then another notification came. Miles had texted our family group chat, "Big announcement at dinner tomorrow night. I think I know what it is, and I'm not going to let it happen again." Simplified update 2. I spent the last hour trying to figure out how to write this. My meeting with Miss Anderson at Riverside High revealed things I never saw coming. I arrived early and saw students rushing by. A few of Stella's friends glanced at me. Word of my disappearance was already out. Miss Anderson got straight to the point and slid a form across her desk. "Stella officially quit her AP classes yesterday. She's dropping French club and student council. She's planning to transfer schools next semester. All the programs she'd worked so hard to join were gone." Then Miss Anderson told me Stella had asked to send her transcripts to 3 California schools, the same area where Miles just bought property. I showed Miss Anderson Miles's text about a big announcement. Sure enough, he's pitching a new startup out in California and wants investors. My chest sank. I remembered how he scammed us years ago with a sure thing business. I left the school and drove home. Delilah was pacing in the kitchen, phone to her ear. "He asked her for money, my house's college fund," she said. "He's promising her big returns." "Where is she now?" I asked. "Out with him again, drinking coffee." I told Delilah the truth about Miles's schemes, sharing the documents I'd gathered that morning, his expired licenses, credit report, and 3 pending lawsuits from past scams. Stella came home as we were talking. She froze when she saw me sitting at the kitchen counter. "Plans change," she mumbled about Stanford. I gently corrected her. "Miles says these things, not me." Then I opened my laptop and showed her proof of all his failed businesses and legal actions against him. Her hand shook as she read. By the time she saw the lawsuit from another stepdaughter's family, tears filled her eyes. "He said I kept him away," she whispered. "He said he needed to prove I was his real family." Delilah tried to comfort her, but Stella backed away. "I wanted to believe him," she said, turning off her phone's buzz from Miles. "I need space." We let her go. Sometimes that's the kindest thing. Delilah and I finally had a real talk, about our mistakes, about Stella, and about each other. Around midnight, I was packing to head back to Ryan's when Stella texted. "I messed up. Everything's messed up. Can we just talk like old times? Remember the ice cream runs after dance class? I'm parked at that spot with mint chocolate chip. The owner knows us, he'll stay open for a bit." She was sitting in her mom's car outside our favorite ice cream place, waiting for me. Sometimes the hardest talks start with small steps, and a scoop of ice cream at midnight. Simplified update 3. That night at the ice cream shop changed everything. Stella told me how Miles had twisted her feelings and pressured her to involve her friend's parents in his scam. Seeing all the evidence in her phone made her realize it was illegal. When I dropped her home, I called everyone I knew who could help, Quinn's friend at the SEC and Ryan's contact in the DA's office. By morning, we had a plan. Miles had invited us all to a fancy restaurant for his big announcement dinner. He intended to get Stella to hand over her college fund, and rope in other families too, but we arrived with federal agents and a state investigator. As appetizers arrived, I stood up and said, "Before we continue," and motioned for the agents. Miles went from smug to terrified in seconds. They found evidence of 7 fraud schemes across 3 states. His past promises, the car dealership, the food truck, were part of a pattern. Stella's texts and emails sealed his fate. He even tried to run, knocking over a waiter, but security caught him right away. He begged Stella to defend him, but she stood tall and held my hand. "My father's right here," she told him as he was led away. In the days that followed, over $2.3 million in stolen funds was recovered, and more victims came forward. Stella packed up all the photos of her and Miles and gave them to the prosecutors as evidence. The school welcomed her back into her AP classes and activities. Her friends' parents formed a support group for families who'd been scammed. Stella started helping them spot red flags and investment offers. Last night, she asked me to help with her college essays. "How many people can say they helped put their dad's fraud empire behind bars?" She laughed. "Delilah and I are in counseling now, rebuilding our trust. But seeing Stella carefully put my photos back into the family albums, straightening each one, said more than words ever could." This morning, Stella came down early with an envelope. "Miles wanted me to mail this investment paperwork," she said. "Thought you'd want it for the evidence file." "Want to take it to the investigators together?" I asked. She grinned, that real smile I'd missed. "Tonight, we're having a quiet family dinner, just the 3 of us. Stella's making her famous pasta sauce again. It's normal, boring, wonderful family time, and Miles will have plenty of time to think about it from his cell." Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please like, comment, and subscribe for more great stories. Don't forget to tap the notification bell, so you never miss an update. Share your thoughts in the comments, we love hearing from you. See you next time, and take care.